Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right.
Woo! You got here first!
Flip the script, it's how we play a game. From start to next, I'm chasing fame. With you behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for cracking jokes. Let's fuck the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 4th of July, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. And a miserable, sad condolences to Australian. Okay, you got here second. Congrats to Hendrik for second place. Congrats to Dugski for first to the stream. Hell yeah. But condolences to the rest of the Aussies. Well, look, if you're not into it, you're not into it. If you are into it, you're into it. Talking World Cup football, Australia is out. They're done. For the next 4 years, you can go back into the hole from whence you came, like I do, and not pay any attention to it. Actually, that's not true. What we want to do on this stream is talk about the World Cup and who are you rooting for? That's right. I used the word rooting for, even though that means something entirely different in this country. But, you know, it's kind of sad, you know, watch Australia bow out the way that they did. I will say this, though, and I think, Doug, I'm probably talking only to you here because I feel like no one else gives a shit, but that was a great game. Irregardless of who won, I felt like it was an entertaining game. Both teams played really, really well. There was some questionable refereeing. I don't know. Everyone says when your team loses, you always blame the ref. It kind of was that way, though. Like, that guy was not very awesome, right? He was, yeah, there was some times then when I was like, I'm so on the bandwagon in this sport, but even I know that was a foul, and even I could see that ball went over the line. And I don't know what there was going on with that. Hey, Gives Valor is playing up for me. Doug, I believe H-Man said the same thing. It looks fine at my end. Refresh your trousers. I don't know. But if it's not working for you, then go and use something else. Oh, shit, Doug, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry to spoil that for you, man. Well, I didn't tell you who won. I didn't tell you the score. So I guess I'll shut my trap. I should have said this is a spoiler because not everyone has watched it. By the way, I'll tell you this. The kickoff was at 4 a.m. Australian time. So pre-game show began at 3 a.m. Well, I woke up around about 4:30 and I thought, should I turn it on? No, I'm going to wait until I'm going to wait so that I can watch it in my own time. So then I woke up at 6 a.m. and I thought that might be the right time to sort of start. I go on, I turn it on, and I was very careful. I put my hand up to the screen. I was like, I don't want to see it if it's playing. I don't want to see a score. Held my hand up to the screen, got onto the live feed, tried to rewind to watch from the beginning. It wouldn't let me. The rewind only went back 10 minutes, and I was like, no, I'm not. And so I just turned the volume right down and just went back to the start, turn it off. Every 10 minutes, I'd come back in and check it. And it wasn't until about 8:30 a.m. that the game was completely over and the VOD or the replay was up on the SBS website to watch in its entirety. So I feel like that's a bit of a fail, right? Because the kickoff was at 4 a.m. and it wasn't until like about 8:30, closer to 9 a.m. that was available to watch. And I'm just going to say, like, I feel like a lot of Australians would have been in the same position. Yes, it's a Saturday morning here, Saturday, the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, you Americans. And a lot of Australians were getting up to watch this game. They weren't going to get up to watch it live. Well, some did, whatever. But if you were going to watch it, you wanted to watch it before you went out into the world and got sideswiped and some streamer dickhead told you the score. I know the score. Okay, so Australia lost in penalty shootout. Arguably not a great way to lose a game. I feel like, I don't know, like the sport, again, bandwagon guy here, no skills himself, never played the game, never wants to play the game, never. I photographed the game a few times. I went and shot the game for, who did I shoot that for? What's the Adelaide Football Club? I think I would have been Triple M when I was working for Triple M. Anyway, I'm not into it at all. But hang on, I'm into it, but only this time every 4 years. After that, I don't really care. So I don't know, but I know what I see and it's exciting. And that was an exciting game, but a letdown to. But then again, how long can a game go for? If, they go into overtime or extra time and then it's still drawed, 1-1, and then they've got to find a winner. It's the knockout phase after all, so someone's got to win. So it's got to go to the penalties. But it kind of feels like a bit of a cheap shot to end up that way because it then relies on 5 people to win. I don't know what I think. It's weird. It's suddenly. You know what it is? It's because it goes from a team sport to an individual sport, and that blows my mind right out. I'm more interested in individual pursuit sports, skateboarding for 1, surfing for 2. You got soccer, right? Football. It's a team sport. You've all got to work together until you're too tired and we haven't found a winner. And then it's very individual. And by the way, didn't we see how important the individual was? What's his name? The older dude from Australia? He was tired. He took up the mantle first to go and kick the first one, and he missed it. And everyone was like, "No, this guy's rad. He's a veteran. Maybe that was the wrong choice to put a veteran in there. Too tired, too old, missed it." So then Australia's like, "Shit, now we're down 1. We opened up, and now we're down." And then Egypt score, and then it's like, okay, pressure's on. Then Australia scores, Egypt scores. Then Australia does the opposite and brings in the youngest player, which I think is a good decision. The youngest dude. Like, I think he's 18 or something. He gets up there, has a great crack at it, misses, but only just. Didn't seem as bad when he missed. It seemed horrible when the older dude missed because you should know better. You should be able to kick better. The younger dude, first World Cup, first time representing Australia. Okay, bit nervous, probably a hell nervous, right? Hugely nervous because it literally depended on him and he missed it. So I don't know, like, yeah, a team sport becomes an individual sport. Something about that's wrong, right? Adelaide Football Club is not soccer. No, there was a football club there. There is a league of sorts. I don't know. I went there Do you know what it probably was? I used to go on. I used to photograph bogans. We used to call it. Me and my partner used to call it photographing bogans. I used to go and photograph at the football, like the actual league, AFL games. I used to photograph punters at the AFL, and I'll be honest, I used to just go and do it and then get the hell out. People were like, "That's rad, man. You get to watch all their games." I'm like, "Yeah." Never do though. Couldn't give a shit. I'm in there in the stadium, like primo positioning down on the field, and I can get access anywhere. And I'm like, just get me in and get me out. I'm going. I don't want to be around here. But that's a different sport. But funnily enough, named the same, football. But yeah, I think that's what's going on with me. Like, I like it because oddly it's a team sport, and then when it comes down to these penalty shootouts, it becomes an individual sport, and I don't like it. Even though I'd rather watch individual pursuit sports like surfing and skateboarding. So I'm a bit of a weirdo, but we all knew that, didn't we? We all knew that. Not only am I a weirdo, but I'm a tired weirdo, and one that needs a haircut badly. I'm a tired weirdo, and I've got to fart. Hold on a second, mute this. I just farted. God bless the mute button. I'm being honest, right? I'm a tired, honest dickhead. Aussie Rules, love the stadium too, though. Nailed a hot photo of it too, by the way. Oh, you did? Did I? Or you did? Did I do it? When did I do it? You mean when I did it? Or are you saying you did it? You know what I did when I woke up at 6 a.m.? This is a bit geeky. I don't know what's coming over me, man. I know what it is. I know what this is. This is... Actually, I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, I'm spending a lot of time coding. I'm spending a lot of time in front of the computer with scripting language. And you asked me the other day what language it was, and I said I didn't know. It's JavaScript, right? We're working in JavaScript. Anyway, I'm so into this that I've got up at 6, like I said, to watch the game, realized it wasn't ready, sat here till about 8 o'clock coding, before having breakfast, in my pajamas, sitting here tied to the machine, coding away, running tests, running this and that. I never thought dude, I don't know what's going on. This part of the year has been like, focus your mind elsewhere, learn something, learn a language, learn coding. So I am. Yo, Dunsky, we stayed in the World Cup longer than Germany, just saying. Oh, shit, you didn't, dude. No spoilers. I haven't watched that game yet. Shit. No spoilers, man. I mean, I shouldn't be the one to speak. I spoiled this game, but I haven't watched those games yet. Baxter sent me a message saying something about, what did he say? He said, when you get to the Portugal v Croatia game, enjoy it. So something gnarly happens in that game. I'm so far behind. So yeah. Okay. So Germany bow out. Okay. Well, you know what I was going to say before I knew that information? I was actually going to say, as an Australian, the team I'm rooting for, still find that difficult to say. The team that I'm rooting for is New Zealand, just because of proximity and because I've lived there, and I love a good Kiwi accent, bro. I'm a big fan of the Kiwis. But then if New Zealand bows out, which more than likely they will, right? I don't even know if they got into the round of 32 or whatever it is. Is it 32 or 32? No, 32, right? So I'm going to go for New Zealand, and then I was going to go for Deutschland, but they're out, so yeah. I guess it's pretty good not to have a team, like, who gives a shit now? It's like, just look at it for the enjoyment of a good game, like a fun, oh, no, USA. Don't tell me, did they bow? Don't say. Okay. Yeah, USA or Canada or Mexico, one of the host cities, the host nations. You want those guys to win, right? Yeah, so I'm going to go New Zealand, Germany, and I'll pretend I don't know about them bowing out already. So New Zealand, Germany, USA. Actually, I'll go Canada in front of USA because fuck you, Americans. New Zealand, Germany, Canada, USA, Mexico. That's my angel. But I will say this. The teams that I've been enjoying watching, obviously France with Mbappe. He's great to watch. If anything, it's just exciting how fast that dude runs. That's really rad. But who else? Actually, you know what? Give it up to the Egyptians, man. They look good. So, and they deserve the win. and someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. So Egypt smashed us. No, they didn't smash us. Egypt played really well, and they deserved that win. So maybe we'll keep going with those guys. Hey, you did it you knocked us out. Now we're gonna follow you along. North Korea is good. Are they now? Okay. Dugski, the Aussie played Egypt and they were in New Zealand's group. Do the math. The Aussies played Egypt and they were in New Zealand's group. Do the math. Yeah, but I'm so far behind in games. The game that when Baxter told me about that Portugal game, I responded with, man, I'm so far behind. I've only just now watched Portugal v Congo, which was their opening game. There's 100 and something games to be watched, and I've only watched 11. So like, I've seen New Zealand play one game. Yeah, I've seen NZ play once. But it makes sense we're in that group. Are you saying they're already out? Okay, so now I know they're out. Okay, so New Zealand's out, Germany's out. Canada and the USA and then Mexico. And then we'll wait to 4 more years. It's just funny, right? Like it's not funny, but I recognize that I am an epic hypocrite. I recognize that by virtue of me saying I don't like team sports, and then one time every 4 years I go apeshit for it, it's pretty hypocritical, and I'll accept that. I don't think that. Well, being a hypocrite's not good, but in terms of what it's relating to, what it's surrounding, a game of sports, right? A game where they kick a ball. It's not a huge problem. If you're hypocritical in your day-to-day life in regards to working with people, relationships, if you're hypocritical, that's a problem. But if you're talking about a game of sports, who really gives a shit? Because ultimately, it is just for fun, right? The whole thing. You got to argue, like, I don't know though. Is it just for fun? Because there's so much money in it, right? Like, if it was just for fun, how did we make someone like Ronaldo and Messi and Mbappe worth millions and millions of dollars if it's just for fun? For funsies, no one should be getting all that money. Last World Cup, I'm a hypocrite too and I own it. The last World Cup, Dugski, Australia only lost 2 games and lost to Argentina and France, both finalists. Right on, yeah. Yeah, Argentina, right? Yeah, to see us play against, Messi, that was pretty daunting. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm happy to be a hypocrite when it comes to sports. Happy to hypocrite. The happy little hypocrite. You can call me that. You can name me. You can love me. You can leave me. It's not just for fun. It's advertising. It's kind of strange, isn't it? It's like an industry built around a game. Like, it is kind of strange when you think about it in a very basic sense. There's 11 dudes. The objective is to move this thing that way more than the other guys can move it the other way. And once you get it into that netting area, you're good. Everyone's happy. And they build an entire thing around it. Like, yeah. I guess I'm kind of wondering how can I get a piece of that action? If there's that much money in it, how can I get a little? Not that I want to encourage betting or anything, but is anybody betting? Is anybody putting a bet down on these Polymarket and all these different wagering sites like sports bets and stuff? Dugski, it's arguably the biggest world sporting event ever. Olympics and Soccer World Cup. Yeah, I feel like it's actually probably bigger than the Olympics. I don't know for a fact, but I feel like the World Cup soccer is bigger than the Olympics. I mean, the Olympic Games, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because there's so many disciplines and so many sports it might be just too varied. Whereas World Cup football or soccer, it's the same sport, so it's relatable across the board. You watch Congo, you watch the Dominican Republic, they're still playing the same game. But if you happen to flip on the Olympics and you see dressage, right? The one where the horses do the little, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. And then you see this weird game where they kick a ball through a hoop and shit. And then fencing. I don't know what's going on with those sports, right? So that's kind of like a very broad stroke. It's like, this is the world of sports. That was the show on television, Wide World of Sports. This is the world of sports and they're all in here. But then you go to the World Cup football. It's like, no, this is the game of football and the whole world's here. That's the difference. And that's what I like about it. Like the whole world, like you watch the crowds and you hear them yelling and screaming, and then it cuts to shots of fans in the crowd, and they're frothing for this. It's a very I'm going to say it, it's a beautiful time. Like, and I don't want to, I mean, if there was ever to be like a terrorist attack, I don't think it would be at a World Cup football game, because there's so many, like everyone's represented. Like, and that's why I was saying the other day, where are the trans players? Where are the gay players? It is wonderful that it's fully representative of all. Like, you get these lousy countries that, like, to be fair, they've got a squad that made it through somehow, because they've got such a weird way to. I don't even know how the qualifications all zigzag their way through. But these smaller countries, like some of these African countries, they probably don't even have the money that they put into their sporting club. Probably, like a small percentage, like 10% of what, like, say, Australia would put in. And Australia doesn't have much, but 10% of that, of not much, is not even much at all. But they get to the World Cup. They get to the same, they get treated, they go to the same stadiums, they travel in buses, they get all, they do all the same thing as Messi and as Ronaldo, and they get the same treatment, and then the world is watching them. And if they're good, the world will clap. And if they're shit, they will go home. It's kind of rad. Like for the moment, or for the time that this tournament runs, I feel like the world kind of stops. People just kind of be people, and they're like, oh yeah, we're
what
all,
it do,
yo,
everybody?
Daleskins, how you doing, man? How you doing, Dale? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a beautiful time to be alive when the football's being played. It sounds like I've been boozing. I haven't, right? I'm tired, but I'm not drunk. But it is a beautiful thing when everybody comes together and just says, you look into the stadium and the fans are standing next to each other. Now, I don't know. There's probably some riots and stuff, like, you get England and Scotland, and they're probably going to kick up a fuss. But for what I'm seeing, and I have only seen 11 or so games, it looks like a pretty peaceful event. Yeah. Yeah, I'm digging it. Is there a local surfing event coming up? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Kick it into the old onion bag. Is that what they called the goals back in the day? The onion bag. Television coverage ratings have been massive in Oz, even when Australia is not playing. I got to hand it to SBS. Like, I don't really tune into that. I don't tune into any television at all. But if, when it comes down to the World Cup, I expect to watch ads, and I expect to be bombarded with that and this. But in this free broadcast on SBS, what was that noise? Don't worry about it. These free broadcasts on SBS, they're beautifully structured. Aside from the replay not being available quick enough, but other than that, the play, like the I'll watch the 1 hour pre-game before the kickoff, only for the Aussie games. I'll watch it for the finals and stuff, but they're very succinct. They're not making you sit through 8 ads every 5 seconds. They're just saying, hey, here's a set of ads, and when we come back, we'll talk to the squad, we'll talk to the coach, we'll go to another set of ads, and then it'll be time for kickoff. It even tells you 20 minutes to kickoff, 15 minutes to kickoff, 12 minutes to kick. I love that. And then when the game's played, no advertising aside from the banners on the field, no advertising. Hydration break, you got 3 to 4 minutes to go.
Peace and love, peace and love.
With peace and love, you got 3 to 4 minutes to go and take a slash, go and get yourself a coffee or something, come back, game continues. It's really good. Like, then I feel like it wasn't that, I don't know, like I feel like the last Last one was pretty good like that, but I feel like the ones before, maybe 2018, I don't think it was like that. I think that they were smashing. I was going to say shoving and smashing. They were smashing ads down our throat in that one. And this is all free to air. It's pretty good. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, for those Aussies that are out here for those Aussies that are Americans. Yeah, that's right. For those Americans that are in Australia, it is the 4th right now, the 4th of July. I thought it was the end. Great day, Hendrik. Peaceful, you say? Does this mean Hendrik and I are going to get along? I don't know, dude. Anything could go down there. I can feel bombs coming, man. Peace and love. Hendrik says peace and love. Peace and love. Yeah, by the way, Dale, just because you're here, or not just because you're here, because you're just here, no spoilers for the World Cup, please. None of them. Except that we know Australia's out. I'm not sure who else is out. I understand New Zealand and Deutschland, Germany are out. I don't know about England. I don't know about them. I don't know about your home country, the Americans. I don't know about the Canadians. And at this stage, I wish to not know. So shut your trap. Cut it. Don't tell me anything. And if you do tell me anything, I'm going to be forced to speak to you in a horrible voice for the entirety of the stream. This is the warning. If you did spoil anything,
I'll talk to you like this for the entire stream. From here on to the end, this is how I will talk to you. So get that through your fucking head.
we don't want that, do we? It's shit, man. It is shit, man. We can't help that, though. It's shit, man. So with all that in mind, or with all that passed through our beautiful mind spaces, what are you talking about? Dude, get some sleep, man. I got to get some sleep. Why don't we just have a sleep stream? You know what? That sounds like a great idea. Sleep stream, folks. I might turn these lights off. Turn these lights off. Might just lay back here for a while. This used to work on DLive for everybody, so why can't it work for me? I'm not looking at chat. I'm just going to have a bit of a snooze here, folks. And if you don't like it, fuck you. The World Cup's on. It's not my fault. I didn't ask for this. They broadcasted it at ridiculous hours. It's not fair. It's not fair on everybody. You're supposed to live your life and still do the regular stuff, but watch the football as well. How can you do that? It's not possible. There's only so much someone can give, right? I just farted. You better get that checked out. Who the fuck blew that plastic trumpet? Who did that? You're the giver. You know what I'm going to do? I'm at the right point in today to get a homebrew because I'm tired and I'm a little bit loopy. And if I get a beer into me, I'm anybody's. So if you want to take advantage of me, today's your lucky day. You can have a good time with me. By the way, can I? No, it's not going to work. No, my chat's not. I was going to say I could bring up my overlay and talk to you about tech stuff, but it's not finished. I'll just shut up. Wake up, motherfucker!
We see you, gives it a minute.
We see you. We see you, gives it a minute. We see you. Thank you. I see myself. I see myself out to get a brewskis, or I could get a coffee. Heaven forbid. I get myself a coffee might be the better idea. I'm quite buzzed. Catch up, biatch. All right, I'll go and get a beer. I don't need to be talked into it. But you just did. You talked me into it. Let me go and get myself a beer, and then we'll hang out and shoot the shit. We got some content to look at. We got some videos. One number, the guitarist.
Is it our birthday?
It's not our birthday, but it can be. We got all these videos lined up. Some political stuff. I don't know about these two. We've seen these yahoos before. They're just milking the content. But anyway, we'll take a look. We'll have a squiz. We'll see what's going down. We'll have a good time. And being America's birthday, I'll give you permission to play the national anthem over my surfing clip. I'll be right back. The national anthem didn't work? Oh, do I not have the alerts on over the surfing clip? My bad. I'll have to fix that. Oh, it's cold. I'll have to fix that. I'll get that sorted another time. That's cool, Doug. A great backyard. Dude, yeah, I'm very lucky to live where I do, you know, to be able to go surfing. Yeah, 15 seconds of the national anthem's all you need to get the vibe. I salute you, America. Cheers to a nation of great prosperity. A nation that can be summed up in a single word. As the first about the foothills, excuse me. America is a nation that can be summed up in one word. It's going to go downhill from here, I can assure you of that. I'm tired. I'm depleted. And now I'm going to get drunk. And then we'll talk all kinds of shit. No, we won't. Thank God that brain dead doofus Biden is out. Yeah. Hey, okay, you want to talk a little... Do you want to talk politics? Wait a sec. Hendrik and Dale are here. Back out. We should reverse that. Because you two are in the same room, I feel like there should be a moratorium on the conversate. We shouldn't talk anything to do with politics while you're both here, you know? Instead, what is this? Number one guitarist would only agree to songs parody if he got to play on it. This is Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, man, coming up next, we got a special interview for you. We got the president of...
Wait. Is that creaky? Is that creaky?
Oh, man, coming up next, we got a special
interview for you. I wrote this script.
We got the president of parody, music's greatest jester, legend Weird Al Yankovic.
I wrote this
script. Cover his
script.
greatest spoofs from Michael Jackson and Nirvana and everything in between. This is Al on the creation and the stories of his most hilarious parodies with never-before-seen footage. It's our latest edition of Revelations, where artists take us on a deep dive into their creative process. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
I love this story about how you...
Dude, he does look like creaky, huh? Doug, this guy's great. I mean, okay, well, I don't know who it is, but we'll wait and see.
You did My Bologna.
Hungry one, open up a package of My Bologna. Ooh, I think the toast is done.
I think December 1979, the Knack was doing a concert at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where I was getting my architecture degree. And that previous summer, I was doing the Weird Al show on the KCPR, the campus radio station. And My Sharona was a huge hit. Like literally every other call on the request line was for My Sharona.
Gonna get stung for this.
That was the reason that I decided to take my accordion across the hall into the manager's room and record My Bologna. And that bathroom recording, which I sent to Dr. Demento, it was sort of a viral hit back in the...
He studied architecture. Yeah, that's how he became a nutter, Hendrik. You guys are all in that, you know, birds of a feather.
The pre-viral days, you know?
Yeah. Echo chamber of the restroom.
Yeah, I mean, everything sounds better in the bathroom, and it had that those acoustically perfect tiled walls. There is an actual plaque next to that bathroom saying that this is the place where I recorded My Bologna.
That's pretty cool.
So we recorded that, and it became a hit on the Demento show. And then a few months later, the Knack came to Cal Poly, did their show, and I didn't have backstage passes or whatever, but somehow I weaseled my way backstage because I wanted to meet the band. And I somehow got up next to Doug Feiger and said, "Hey, Doug, hi, I'm Al Yankovic. I did My Bologna." And he's like, "Oh, you're the My Bologna guy." And he turns to the guy to his immediate right and says, "This is the guy that did My Bologna. You should put him out on Capitol Records."
Just as we go through this, which I'm super keen to do, by the way, how come he's staring at me? That's a weird... Why is he looking to the camera all of a sudden? That's a bit weird. I mean, he's a weird guy, but isn't there something about copyright? Like you are I mean, I'm sure they're going to talk about that, right? Like, who gets the royalties to My Bologna? Because you're literally using the melody and the song structure. You're using 9/10 of an existing piece of work. The only thing you've changed, you've changed the instruments, but you've changed the lyrical content, but the melody and the progression and the construction of the song remains My Sharona. He got permission from the parodies, from the copyright holders, but permission's different to who gets the royalties. Giving permission, I want to know about the licensing. Like, I give you permission to do it, but then suddenly if you're a multi-million-dollar artist earning all that money, isn't there something about the licensing as well? I wonder. But let's find out while he stares me down.
He was talking to Rupert Perry, the vice president of Capitol Records, who just, randomly happened to be at this show. And he said, oh, all right. And I kept, for weeks after that, I kept following up like, so you said you were going to do a record, right? And they finally did. And of course, for them, it was a big joke. It was a goof. They signed me to a contract, but it was for one single. And I don't think they ever anticipated, I'm sure they never anticipated they would ever work with me again. It was just something amusing to,
Wait, what did he call himself back then? Sorry, we'll go back 238. But what on that LP, is it credited as Weird Al Yankovic? Oh, we're not going to find it, are we? It's credited as Al Yankovic. Typoed wrong. Yeah, right.
But it was for one single, and I don't think they ever anticipated, I'm sure they never anticipated they would ever work with me again. It was just something amusing to, the band got a kick out of it, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, you were in architecture school at the time,
I was
right?
just about to graduate. I did get my degree, but I can't say that I've really used it a whole lot.
So tell me about I Love Rocky Road and how that all came to the debut album.
I love Rocky Road, so won't you go and buy half a gallon, baby?
Between my graduating at the end of 1980 and my getting a record deal in 1982, I was, kind of hustling a little bit, trying to see if I can get a record deal happening. Got connected with my manager, Jay Levy, and he somehow was able to get a couple of the local radio stations
awesome.
in town.
Pretty cool.
To give a few spins for I Love Rocky Road.
Do you know what, man? I'll confess, as a kid, when I heard, I guess the first Weird Al Yankovic was Eat It. That's the first I heard of him. And I don't know why, but I thought it was something to do with Michael Jackson. For some weird reason, I guess I just didn't understand that it was parody and it was a goof and a gag and humor. I thought it was sort of like, no. They do the actual song Beat It, and then every now and then they change it up and be silly and call it Eat It. That's what I thought. And then I think later on I heard Like a Surgeon, and I was like, nah, man, someone's doing this. Like that's how it came to me. Eat It and Like a Surgeon. And then I discovered other stuff from him. I'm just buzzed enough to enjoy this. Yeah, good times.
And this was not the album version. It was like a demo version that we had done prior to that. So it sounded okay, but not like record quality really. But they played it on the air on KIQQ. They had our 5 most requested songs of the night,
right? And
there was a certain hour that you could call in for that. So I would be on the phone, calling in over and over and over and changing my. Yeah, could you play that Weird Al song?
Oh, what? Wow!
So you were
were they your two first exposures? Eat It and Like a Surgeon. Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
Calling for your own song.
Yeah.
By the way, how rad is that coffee table made out of cassette tapes? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I wish I'd kept all my cassettes. I've got my CDs. I got my tapes. I got my CDs. I got my Public Enemy. Yeah. Oh, shit. Did I just dox my age? We know you're an old bastard.
I used to do that with Tower Records all the time. It was on release day, every album, I'd always call it, yeah, do you have that new Crazy Al record? That's coming yet? So I got that probably mostly due to me. That got on their top requested songs list for a few weeks in a row, and I got on a few people's radars, and we hit every record company in town. And the only one that expressed any real interest was Scotty Brothers. Everybody else was saying, oh, this is really funny. We love this. But, novelty music, yeah, no, we want somebody that's going to be around for a while.
He kind of looks a bit like Duncan. Aren't we all old fuckers? Yes, Hendrik. Thanks for the reminder. No, I'm getting younger as we get older. What? As the days go on, I'm getting younger.
You know.
I love rock and roll. Won't you go and buy half a gallon, baby?
And then I got to ask you about the Jack and Diane parody.
Okay.
Yeah, tell
We're
me about
digging
that.
deep now. We're digging deep.
Yeah. we got to have a little bit of both, the
Okay.
popular stuff and then the stuff for the mega fans. But yeah, Jack and Diane, you were going to do a parody of that.
I was going to do a parody, and it's just as well because it would be, certainly the most dated song in my catalog. But it was going to be a song about the royal wedding of Charles and Diana.
Yeah.
So a little ballad about Chuck and
Wow.
Diane, a couple of British kids from the Palace of Buckingham, and it was a pretty clever little parody for what it was. But John Cougar Mellencamp at the time said no to it, and apparently because he was in the middle of negotiating like a Jack and Diane movie.
Yeah.
Which we all remember, of course. I guess that never panned out, but that was the reason he turned it down. And in the meantime, I tried like several different. I did that kind of thing where I made it sound. It was like a pastiche. I made it sound like Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
I was going to say he could have changed it enough to be no longer a parody but a new song in the style of, because the argument you could roll the argument that all, like, okay, this is a little bit of a stretch, but all music is a parody of music, right? Someone who said it wasn't one of the Beatles that said it, but music, all the music that ever exists has already been created, right? Everything, like all the chords are done, progressions have already been done and done and done and done. So everything is a parody of previous music. It's what makes playing music fun, because every time you pick up your guitar, you just grab it and you just start doing something, but it's like it can be it's hard to explain because the road can go anywhere. You can just pick up your guitar and start fumbling around, and you think you've done it before, but it's new. This thought was a lot clearer in my head before I started expressing it. I'm going to back out and just go back to watching this because I don't know what I'm trying to say here, even though I know what I'm trying to say. I can't say it. That's the trouble.
Not quite, and I did like 2 or 3 different iterations of that, and then finally I was like, no, I just got to make it a completely original song, and I made it like a blues number. Ironically, I wound up singing a Jack and Diane parody on The Simpsons a few decades later.
Little ditty about Homer and Marge. Her heart was as big.
At this time when you had your first Hot 100 hit, number 63, Ricky.
I mean, even prior to that, I was bubbling under with another one rides the bus. I think I made it to number 103.
It's another one rides the bus. Here is Weird Al Yankovic. Here he is. Weird Al.
Another one rides the bus. Hey, he's gonna sit by you. Another one rides the bus.
In 3D comes out in 84. And this is where you blew up. I mean, this is where Eat It came out.
He calls his album In 3D. Weird Gives, there is hope for that dude. By the way, that vinyl project, I have it here. I have the test pressing. Haven't listened to it. There are changes to be made to the artwork, but I haven't listened to it yet. And I've put all of my music production on hold for my chat overlay. It's kind of weird. Initially, I used writing all those songs as like a stepping stone to get past something, to move on to the next phase of my life. And it's all kind of there in like rough form. And at the time that I was doing that, I was also putting together this vinyl thing. And then I shipped out the vinyl to get it test pressing and sent it all off. And then I started doing this coding thing, and the coding thing has just completely consumed all of my all my free waking hours is doing this coding thing. I know that I'll come back to that some. I don't know what, like, some of the stuff I've written, it's kind of therapy, and arguably it might not be best suited to be put on a song. I was listening to some of it the other day and I was like, do you still think that? Do you really need that? Like, I think you, by putting it down, by writing it and putting it down, like recording it and putting it on, you've kind of brought it out and you feel better about it. And that's all you need from it? You don't need to, does anybody else need to hear it? Or was it just that process of you doing it that made you get past it? So I feel like I've dumped all that shit down, and even just sifting through it to listen to it doesn't need to be done. It's weird. It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe an unreleased That's album, a vault version. I mean, I could change a lot of it and not include, like, I mean, some of it's really good though. Some of it's really scathing, and some of it's, I guess I'll go on this road trip and come back, and we'll think about how I feel after that, and I'll have this pretty much done, and I can decide whether it gets finished and then gets released or not. But the vinyl is done. That's what I'm saying. The vinyl is done, more or less. Anyway, we'll talk about that another. I want to get this coding thing done, so my overlay's working, and we can go out IRL streaming. I got the new backpack, got the new toothpick, got GoPros. I bought GoPros. Are coming probably tomorrow or Monday or something. There's good things are coming. Shit, still haven't been paid from D-Live, by the way. That's another story.
At this time, Eat It, I mean, it became global. It hit number 36 in the UK. It hit number 1 in Australia. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
There you go. That's probably why I heard that song, because it got pumped on Australian radio. But was that on Triple J? It must have been, right? Weird Al Yankovic, Eat It. June 25 was Global Beatles Day. They finally released All You Need Is Love from the vault. Yeah, is that right? Interesting.
And Michael Jackson's Beat It hit number 3.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? And of course, hit number 12 here, and it became your biggest.
What the hell? He charted over the original? He got to number 1 and the original was number 3? Michael Jackson wouldn't have been happy with that. You're just ignorant.
Hit for a long time. This cultural phenomenon of Eat It. Who is Weird Al? This is so cool. But how did Eat It come to you? Like, you knew that Michael Jackson was, I mean, Off the Wall had come out, you know, and at that point he wasn't the Michael Jackson, but he was building toward that. But as soon as Thriller came out, I mean, it was game over.
Yeah.
The biggest artist in the world.
No, I agree. It's hard to overstate how famous he was at that point in time. And as such, he was an obvious person to do a parody of.
Easy target.
And, up until that point, I'd been doing a lot of food-related songs. In fact, as part of my live show, we never recorded this as such, but I used to do the Fabulous Food Medley, which would change from tour to tour, which would feature, you know, food-related parodies of various artists.
Oh, here she comes. She's a spam eater.
End of 1983, I guess, I started doing Eat It. I remember I played that, I think, at the Bottom Line shows that I did with Flo and Eddie back at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not sure if there was even a full song. It might have just been like a verse and a chorus.
Quick
gag onto the
he does his own reverb too. That's pretty funny.
Next thing. But that got a huge reaction, and I was thinking, oh, you know, I should like see if Michael will let us clear this. And
that'd be interesting conversation. I see Peter Bibby as similar to this. Bibby's songs are kind of parody-esque. Ooh, interesting. I don't look at it that way. I see Peter Bibby, and this won't resonate with you, Dale, unless you know this Aussie icon. But there's a similarity between Paul Kelly and Peter Bibby in the sense that they both tell really wonderful stories about Australian things. Only difference is I feel like Peter Bibby has more of a rough edge to it, a bit more of a bogan drinking edge. Paul Kelly has the same, but Paul Kelly's a little bit more classy, I suppose. Hendrik, by the way, I'll be away for medical attention from July 13 for a few months. Oh, wow. A few months. Shit, dude. Bibi has stopped. Has Bibi pulled the pin, has he? Sorry, by the way, dude, you're going to be in hospital for a few months. Well, probably miss you when you're here. I'll be up there, and dude, I'll either be... No, dude, I'm coming to see you. Yeah, we'll work it out. Has Bibi...
There's some similarities.
There are some similarities. Has Bibi stopped creating music? Is that what you're saying?
Thankfully, he did. And the odd thing is, even after I recorded the 3D album, and even with Michael as big as it was back then, I was thinking, I don't know if I want to really be known for the parodies. Maybe we should have one of these originals be the first single. And
dude, you're George Costanza by this point. There's no way George Costanza, Jason Alexander, that is George Costanza. You're the parody guy, dude. You're in it too deep by that point.
Thankfully, I was quickly talked out of that.
What was the song you were thinking about?
I think I was like pushing for Midnight Star, which is a nice enough song, but it's not Eat It.
You do this shot by shot.
Wait, does he have his own music? That's something I genuinely don't know. Does Weird Al Yankovic have his own written songs? He did stop touring due to lack of income for sure. Okay. Mr. Peter Bibi.
Of the video. Tell me about that.
That was fun. You know, it would have been easier with some of the tools that are available nowadays, but back at the time.
By the way, did you guys know? This is a little side note, similar side note. There's a bit of a weird. There's a strange. What's the phrase? It's not an Easter egg, but there is a strange thing. It's either Thriller or Beat It. I think it's Beat It. In the video clip to Beat It, there's a billiard table, right? They're in the billiards room. There are no holes in the billiard table. Do you guys know that? A little kind of an Easter egg of sorts? Delsky, maybe most people get bored with the drunken blathering. Comes off as sad when you're not a teenager anymore. Oh, you're talking about Peter Bibi, the drunken blathering. No, Bibi, people love that, dude. By the way, when I shot him most recently, Marrickville Bowling Club, we did that little promo shoot first. I had a good chat to him about that, and he said he stopped drinking because he just didn't like it. He's like, I'm sick of feeling hungover. I write better songs when I'm not drunk, and it just wasn't accommodating my life. So he got clean. Bibi stopped drinking ages ago. Yeah. So Bibi, he told me that. He said, no, I don't care. Like, everybody still drinks in, like, my family and my friends, and I don't care if you guys do it. But he just said, no, I just feel better when I'm not drinking. But yeah, there's this folklore. Let me just see if I can bring up a GPT machine. Huh? The folklore is something about, is the folklore about no holes in the billiard table in Beat It true? If I remember this correctly. It's true, not an editing mistake or an urban legend. In the music video for Beat It, the tables that many people assume are pool tables are actually carom billiards tables, also called French billiards. These tables are intentionally built without pockets, so they look like pool tables. Show me a photo. This is a strange thing that I saw it not that long ago, a couple of years back now. No, you idiot. No, I mean from the video clip. I can't display, you fucking idiot. I can give you a link to watch the entire clip, but I can't actually show it to you here. That's so dumb. The internet, right? Copyright. Michael. God, we got to go to Google, right? Google images. I've never noticed it before. Wait till you see this, dude. I'll bring it up. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Pool table. No pockets. Make this larger. Images. Look at this, dude. So many different shots of it. It's so crazy. Now that you see it, you're like, what the flying fuck is happening here? Look at that. No holes in the table, right? He's even pointing at it. He's even pointing at it and we didn't see it back in the day. He's pointing at the table corner and we didn't see it in the day. Mandela effect engaged. But this is actually, he's touching it and we didn't see it. I found out after—
This is reality.
This is reality. Perfect timing. I found out after 41 years there are no holes in the pool tables in the Beat It video. No shit, man. Weird, huh? Weird. A weird little side trip down side avenue lore. Now let's get back to Weird Al skis. Play skis.
I remember sitting in front of the TV set, which
So sorry, Weird Al should have put his table, his video, he should have put a pool table with like holes in the middle and shit just to make a point. Like a billiard table with not holes in the corner and on the side, but holes in the middle of the table. How you doing, Jude, over on Pilled? What's cracking? How you doing, Jude skis? What do I wanna do?
I rented a VCR. I was born in the 1900s, let me put it that way. I would sit there and, no joke, with a Polaroid camera, I would take Polaroids of stills on the TV set.
Are you kidding me? In the very video we were watching, it comes up right there, right? Damn it, dude. So cancel everything I said and just watch this bit.
The Polaroid camera, I would take Polaroids of stills on the TV set. Because that was the easiest way to get like a still of anything on the TV. So our storyboards for the Eat It video were...
Oh, you know what else we should do while we're here? Sorry, dudes. While we're here, this has to be done. Michael Jackson compilation sounds. People put every Michael Jackson grunt. Just enjoy this. I'll shut up. Let's just enjoy this for 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Every time, every different version of Michael Jackson's "Shamow" and all that shit. Fuck me. Jam with it, yeah. Go, Michael.
At ID Digital Agency, we appreciate the work you give us. We respect your deadlines, your time, and your trust. And we show it in how we communicate.
Come on, listen. I don't understand.
It's a bit sexual, isn't it? Wait, what? What song is that one in? Oh, I like that. Wow. Ow! We got to claim some of these, hey? Don't do that again.
It's tough for you to be that. Woo!
It's getting more desperate. Having flashbacks to my first porno. Jeez. Crazy. You have to just assume that that's real, right? 11 years ago, 9.7 million views, dude. 9.7 million views this has got. Every Michael Jackson grunt. This is 31,000 comments, man. Holy shit. One day ago. Oh, man, it's too good, isn't it? What an interesting idea. Just hear the start again. It's too good. It's too good. Anyway, back to the Weird Al Yankovic, but I just got sideswiped there for that. That's funny.
A series of Polaroid shots taken from the beta video. And then we just refer to that. And I think we also had a VCR on set in case we really wanted to see how the action played out.
Yeah.
But we just made sure we had the reference material and it was very tightly.
You'll be crazy. You know what's crazier, Jude? The crazy thing is that's Michael Jackson, the biggest pop star on the planet. That's what he was putting in his songs. I mean, if we're to believe that that's legit, and why would it not be? He was in the studio doing that, which makes me want to do it on my music, you know, and start doing some squeals and shit. Good afternoon. Hello there, so-and-so on Nemo TV. I believe you came in yesterday on my stream. Hello, how are you going?
And we just gave it our best shot.
Just have yourself a plate, so eat it. Just eat it.
Well, Eddie Van Halen's solo, Rick Derringer, I mean, he was a big part of those first classic albums, trying to figure out how to put that together.
Jude, never listened to Michael Jackson much. I've always been a progressive rock gal. Oh, that's fair. Fair enough.
Yeah, Rick is like a true guitar god. I mean, he produced my first six albums. I'm so honored to have been able to work with him. And he played, Jim West, my then and current guitar player, has been on all the albums. But for the first couple albums, Rick, he was in the studio, so he's going to play guitar, Of course. And he wanted to take the guitar solo.
Was he talking about Rick Rubin? Is that who he said? I was too busy waffling.
Part of those first classic
albums. Rick Derringer.
Trying to figure out how to put that together. That must have been amazing.
Yeah, Rick is like a true guitar god. I mean, he produced my first six albums. I'm so
I've got to go and check my stream. Is it Alan Parsons?
And he played,
okay,
Jim
thanks,
West,
Jude.
my
have a good time.
Then and current guitar player has been on all the albums. But for the first couple albums, Rick, he was in the studio, so he's going to play guitar, Of course. And he wanted to take the guitar solo on "Eat It," and I'll never forget this. I think he just did one or two takes of it, but he And the whole solo is like, I don't know, what, 10 seconds long?
Right.
He started playing the solo, and by the end of the solo, he was drenched. I've never seen anything like it. He like put everything he had into it. He was like worn out.
What blows my mind about this, I mean, the cultural phenomenon of Michael Jackson is you're able to get a hold of Michael, and he has such a great sense of humor that he's like, yeah.
Yeah, you never know until you ask, I guess.
Right.
It never hurts to ask. Yeah, I never anticipated that because, you know, my first album did okay, but I was still sort of like this like nerdy kid that was getting played on the Dr. Demento show, basically. And Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. Yeah. So we thought, you know, they're not going to respond to us. They're going to ignore us. And within a couple of weeks, we got, a letter back saying, yeah, like that sounds good.
You're just ignorant.
I love it. What was his response after?
Whenever anyone talks like Michael, that voice always goes up. You're just being ignorant.
He saw it and everything.
I got to meet him once or twice in person, and he told me he really enjoyed the parodies, and he played them for his friends at the ranch, and he couldn't have been sweeter.
You can't send it back, just eat it.
But Raya the Kaiser, I got to ask you about Rocky 13 because I was talking to Jim Peterick about it. He said he laughed his head off when he heard that.
By the way, where do we put Weird Al Yankovic and Tenacious D? Are they in the same kind of category? Not really, right? Weird Al Yankovic is parodying music. Tenacious D are parodying music, but they're making their own songs in the genre of parody. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, Weird Al is covering and manipulating the song, whereas Tenacious D are writing the song. I think I just answered my own question. Let's continue. Weird Al's his own genre. Yeah.
Raya the Kaiser.
The best.
What'd you think of that when that
at first,
happened?
when we got the request from Al's people, it was like, man, this is our grand anthem, and he's making it a song about a deli owner. You know,
about Rocky, owning a deli later on.
It's hilarious.
I know.
You know, stay away from the tuna. It smells funny today.
Yeah.
And do you want your corned beef on the rye or the Kaiser? Ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So today, his deli comes first.
At the end of the day, my manager called and said, you know what, Jim, you got to approve this. Michael Jackson just approved. Eat it. Eat it.
Yeah.
Just eat it. Eat it. Get yourself
If he can do it, you can do it. I called Frankie, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
So every royalty statement, I see it near the end. Theme from Rocky 13, X amount of dollars.
Obviously.
So he's getting, so that answers the question. He just answered my question from earlier. So he gets, so the band Survivor claims royalties on Eye of the Tiger, and when it comes through, he just said.
Theme from Rocky 13, X amount of dollars.
He's getting, so they license the songwriting to Weird Al to compose another version of it, but then the royalties get paid to the original artist. It's pretty good, you know, like it's a pretty sweet deal for the original artist. The internet needs a good online influencer parody streamer. Yeah, true. I can't get over how much this guy looks like Creaky.
Royalty statement.
Are you really giving a link to Facebook, that Nemo streamer? Are you really promoting a Facebook link? What the hell is Facebook?
See it near the end. Theme from Rocky 13, X amount of dollars.
Obviously, the Rocky theme was Eye of the Tiger was a huge hit. And maybe even more important than that, they were also a Scotty Brothers artist. Survivor was the other big act on Scotty Brothers.
What the hell is Nemo? Nemo TV is a live streaming platform. It's usually filled with bots. This person looks like it could be it could be AI, and it's listening to me and responding. I know that you do. I'm sorry. I just like explaining things very, very clearly.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's a little bit of a synchronicity going on there.
If you want, you can have an appetizer.
And I came up with the idea of like, what would the theme song be for Rocky like 20 years from now? Where they're on their 12th sequel, and what are they going to do with the theme? Oddly enough, I think one of the Rocky sequels, he was working in a deli or ran a deli or something like that. So.
You know what I want to hear Weird Al Yankovic do a parody of? Traditional operatic symphonies. Can you make an operatic symphony funny? I mean, it's okay to change the lyrics from beat it to eat it, and you haven't even touched your tuna casserole. But can you make an opera funny? I don't know if he could. That's a tough one for you. An opera. I don't think he could do it. Some things just aren't funny, right?
Little pressure there.
So jumping into 85, Dare to Be Stupid, number 50, it was a platinum album. Dare to be stupid. Tell me about that process with Dare to Be Stupid, where you're at after you have this huge hit with Eat It. The video goes viral on MTV, and as you're going into Dare to Be Stupid, what was your thinking?
I kind of grew up a lot creatively between In 3D and Dare to Be Stupid, because the first album, the fact that I was even doing an album was such a fluke. And I recorded that album extremely quickly. I think we recorded all the basic tracks in one evening, just like kind of rushing through it because like we're doing.
Dale, I'm sure the 50 worldwide opera fans would anxiously await that. That's funny. You might be right. Only 50 people like that shit. Look at these Facebook pumpings. What the hell? Facebook? Am I really going to click a Facebook link? Who uses... If you're going to troll me in Nemo TV land, don't use Facebook. Nobody touches that shit. Come on, man.
You know, spec and people are doing us favors, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. And the second album, I took more time with because I figured, okay, well, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing now, and I can kind of relax and not freak out too much about spending time in the studio. But I still felt like, you know, is anybody even going to listen to this? You know? But then Eat It hit, and the In 3 album was a huge success, and I kind of knew at that point, oh, people actually care what I do? Okay, I really kind of spent a lot of time. So Dare to Be Stupid was sort of the first album that I did where I was really kind of happy with the production. We really kind of took our time on it and kind of did it right.
I talked to Jerry from Devo about Dare to Be Stupid.
Oh.
His reaction was really interesting. He's like, I watched that and I just had regret. I said, why?
Burner Girl would disagree, given she sings opera at the Met. Burner Girl, now there's an old name. Has she come across to Valora, or is she still writhing in D-Live Day? She's no longer around, right? By the way, there's no one streaming on D-Live anymore, surely. That phase is over, right?
So I wish we'd have done that. I wish we'd have done something cool like that. Like he did. He just nailed it, you know.
Last I heard, she's a life coach.
I'm sure Devo was a huge influence.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and they're to this day one of my favorite bands. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean their kind of musical comedy was so out there and interesting, you know.
I got to sit with Mark when he heard Dare to Be Stupid for the first time. He liked
she
it.
Still sings at the Met.
Okay. There's a famous behind the music quote.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever heard. He sort of re-sculpted that song into something else, and I hate him for it, basically.
Which everybody thinks like, oh, he hates Weird Al, but no, I think it's this very dry kind of tongue-in-cheek sense of humor.
Totally. Like a Surgeon, I got to ask you about that because you don't. I mean, how many times have people said, "Oh, you got to do this"?
Because not. Also, this should be said. When I said earlier that "Eat It" and "Like a Surgeon" were my two introductions to Weird Al Yankovic, the song "Like a Virgin," the song that he parodied, the Madonna song, I was running around my home bedroom singing that into a hairbrush. The humor there is that I didn't know what a virgin was. I didn't know what the song was about. I'm singing "Touched for the Very First Time." I'm like, the fuck is this? I don't even know what this means. But everybody, like, was it 85? I would have been 10 years of age and I'm running around the house singing "Like a Virgin." It's kind kind of funny, right? Like, and then Like a Surgeon came out and I was like, I know what a surgeon is. I don't know what a virgin is. So yeah, that's the history there of being 10 years of age and having this weird kind of pop cultural sort of influence.
This song, or because that's everybody feels that way. Oh, Weird Al should do this parody, whatever. That's the only time really on record where you took an idea for a song, because when Madonna's kind of saying to do it, you probably listen.
This anecdote was made its way into a major story arc in the biopic. The story is that Madonna was talking to a friend of hers in New York one day and just happened to wonder aloud, when's Weird Al going to do Like a Surgeon?
Wow.
It wasn't like she wanted me to do it.
I didn't know that.
Or she was asking me to do it. It's just like, oh, he's probably going to do it eventually, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then her friend happened to know my manager, and the word got back to me, and I thought, oh, well, that's a pretty good idea.
That's rad. I did not know that law. So Madonna was sort of G'ing him up for it. You don't need to get permission then, right? She's like, she's already sanctioned it. That's rad. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like a surgeon.
And in the movie, of course, you take some liberties there, but I love how you
Kids innocent and gloriously ignorant.
So I want a new duck. I got to ask you
And then
about
the puberty
that, because
monsters
he was
at
a
you.
friend, and he told me the first time he heard that, he was like, duck? All right, yeah, right on. Yeah, cool.
I want a new duck. I'm Allard, I think.
And then he just laughed his head off when the wah, 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 that part. Tell me about I Want a New Duck. Like, how did you come up with that one? Because I don't think anybody would have had like 10 thoughts about, I wonder how Weird Al will approach I Want a New Drug.
Right.
Can I also just sort of add this to the entire saga here? It needs to be said, and I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but what he's doing isn't that great, right? Like, he's not. It's hard to say it because, like, I love what he does and I think it's hilarious, but it's also not that. Is it wrong to say there's not a lot of skill in what he does? Because he takes an existing song and essentially just changes the lyric. Originally, he would perform it on his fucking big, what is that? It's not a xylophone. What's the accordion? He would originally do it there. That takes talent to transform a song to the accordion, no doubt, right? But ultimately, he's just taking verse, chorus, or verse, chorus. He's just taking the existing song and writing the lyrics differently. It's not creative. I know exactly what you mean. It's a new take on someone else's genius. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like there might be, for all the Weird Al Yankovics out there, we're only hearing one because maybe this guy had the right connections at the right time in the right, like, geographical position to approach people and get a manager and tour and do all that. But actually just changing lyrics to a song, I'm sure there's heaps of kids doing it these days, on TikTok or whatever. Not that rad, right? For the time, unique, new, interesting, exciting, funny. But for now, and even maybe 20 years ago, still not that unique. That's my take anyway. And I'm not poo-pooing him. I'm just saying that's how I look at it. And if you disagree with me, just know that you're wrong.
They would have come up with I Want a New Duck, but you did a lot of research on that one. Tell me.
Yeah. Well, once I decided to go with ducks, I went to the local public library because, again, this is the pre-internet days. I couldn't just do a Google search on ducks. I actually went and took out books and magazines and encyclopedia articles on ducks, and I studied.
There's creativity in parody. There is, but yeah, I'm not denying that, Hendrik. There's not a lot of creativity here, though. It's, yeah. That's my take on it. D-Live Top Duck would have loved this Top Duck.
On ducks for a while. which I probably didn't need to, but I figured, like, you know, I spent so much time in college researching things that I was never going to use later.
Yeah.
I figured, like, you know, this is something that's going to be important to me in my career. Like, I want to know about ducks. So I studied ducks for like a week and then wrote the song.
A new duck, not a swan or a goose.
I love how you and Huey got together and did the Funny or Die.
Nobody could have brought that certain pathos and charisma to it, quite like Bale.
I was very excited about the whole idea of doing the American Psycho parody. In fact, I was so excited, I was having gallbladder issues. I was set for a gallbladder operation to remove my gallbladder. On the day that we were going to shoot that video, my doctor said, "You're kind of taking your life into your hands. If your gallbladder explodes,
Whoa.
that's really bad."
Wow.
And I said, "I'm doing a video with Huey Lewis. We'll have to do it sometime later."
That's the power of love.
I'm thinking, oh, I hope I don't die.
Hey, Al!
So 86 Polka Party, you weren't sure how you felt about living with a hernia.
I put out that album when I probably shouldn't have, and it underperformed, and I just thought, okay, well, that's the end of my career. Because I figure that careers have like a bell curve, like you start out here.
Then it comes Nirvana, right?
Okay, now I'm on.
How far into, like, so he did Smells Like Teen Spirit. What did he call, I can't remember what his parody on that was. Smells Like Teen Spirit. I mean, I know he did it, but I just can't remember what it was. I've forgotten most of these. Me too.
On my way down. So I was just kind of like resigned to that fact.
Living with a hernia.
I was very, very, very happy when my next album, even worse, wound up being my biggest album at the time.
Yeah, huge comeback in 1988. This was
88
when I was
still,
such
okay.
a fan that I was buying it the day it came out. And when this one dropped, it was like Eat It. It had that kind of phenomenon. Like it was, and it was even funnier because, you know, you're 800 pounds and you're bouncing around. And tell me about how Fat came and how you
that's right,
took your
Fat.
first drop
I'm fat.
and turned it into this huge comeback.
I might have been on the road somewhere, but I was in some hotel room.
Who's fat?
Watching the world premiere of Bad on MTV.
I totally remember that.
Watching the world premiere.
Martin Scorsese.
And I was thinking like, you know, I've got to do something with the song. I got to do something with the song. And then I see them going through the turnstiles in the subway. And I'm thinking, what if he was so fat he couldn't get through the turnstiles? And they're like, it's got to be Fat, like a sequel to Eat It, and it works so great.
But you were a little reluctant to do it, as I understand, because, you know, you didn't want to go back to for a second helping.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Food reference
An
there.
obvious second helping.
Concerned because, you know, I was even at that time known as like the Eat It guy. And, you know, it's nice to be known for anything, but you kind of want to diversify if you can and be known for more.
See, I think you should have doubled down on that. If you're going to be known as the Eat It guy, like the Michael Jackson guy, you should parody the entire album. Take a stab at doing every song in parody. That's what I would have given his advice. I would have given him that advice. Good idea. Yeah, like if they say, oh, you just did that one Michael Jackson song. No, I did heaps of other songs. Oh, we didn't hear about them. No, well, how about I do the entire album from Michael, the entire Beat It, or do Thriller, do the new album, right? That'd be rad.
More than one thing other than the guy that does Michael Jackson parodies. But at the same time, it was sort of like, it was one of those ideas that I couldn't not do.
Yeah.
It was a strong idea. Michael was still, you know, on the top of the world.
Totes.
And I had to do it.
When you reach out to Michael, tell me about that one, because I love this story. Not only did he love it, but he bought like, yeah.
Well, yeah. So we actually shot the Fat video on Michael Jackson's subway set. Now, when he did the original Bad video, that was actually on a New York subway. But he recreated a subway on a soundstage in Culver City.
Because this is Driller, a parody of Dentists and Miners. Is that did he do Thriller? I can't remember if he did it. Are you making that up, or did he? Thriller would have been great. He didn't do Thriller? Okay.
California, when he did the Moonwalker home video.
I made it up.
It was like this full-on subway
See,
set.
that's what I'm saying. You just put a fine point on my point. You said that in the chat, and Hendrik backed you up, and I thought he did it. So if you can come up with it, it can't be that difficult. You know what I'm saying, though?
Built on a soundstage at 9/10 scale because they wanted the kids to look bigger, I guess. which was great for us because it made our big people look even bigger. And they were just about to strike the set, to tear the whole thing down. And we
parodies are way easier than original ideas.
Don't strike the set.
No question.
We like to use it. And they made us a sweetheart deal. They said, as long as you pay for like striking the set when you're done, have fun, go at it.
And then he hears Fat, and he absolutely loved it. And he has such a great sense of humor. I talked to all the people that have worked with him, and they always said that. He was playing pranks. He was always pranking people, calling people up on the phone, doing prank calls, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he just loved it. You gave him a special something, right? When you $500,000.
I went to see him backstage at one of his big concerts in LA, and I brought him a copy of a gold record for Even Worse,
right?
Because obviously, he was a huge part of why that album was such a success. And I presented it to him, and he was very gracious and smiled, and I just imagined that he, got home and just threw it on his pile of gold records. But he could have been nice. He was such a sweet guy.
He bought 12 copies of Fat for all of his friends.
Is that true?
I read about that.
Oh,
in an
wow.
interview, where he just
I would have given it to him.
Yeah, he's just laughing. And when it came out, he bought 12 copies of it. But I also love the story about the pizza guy. And I got tell me about that.
Yeah, we were casting for the Fat video.
By the way, this guy, Weird Al, seems like a fun dude, right? Regardless of what he did with his career and the songs and stuff, he just seems like a pretty fun kind of guy. Like he's a happy kind of easygoing, no drama, just like, I'm just having a good time. Yeah, it seems like he'd be a nice friend to have, is what I'm saying.
And that's the nice thing about living in LA. If you're in any kind of
a mushroom
TV industry,
sure.
You can find anybody you want.
A fun guy, Jesus.
It's out there.
Fucking hell, Dale. I almost called you Hendrik. Dale. That was pretty good. That was not very awesome. I'm cut off.
But,
You're cut off.
I think we're having a little bit of trouble finding somebody that was like, plus sized that could also dance.
Yeah.
And I remember our casting agency was working late one day, and the guy was delivering pizzas, and he was like a big guy.
No shit.
The casting agency said, "Can you dance?" And he was like, "Yeah, you want to be in a Weird Al video?"
What? No way.
And this is the album where you kind of started doing original songs in the style of different artists. I mean, you've done that, but you really...
What? He did that? Original songs in the style of artists. That's what I was saying you should do. I didn't know he did that. So he did... He just said you started on Even Worse?
Original songs in the style of different artists. I mean...
That makes sense. Instead of just literally like verse, chorus, bridge, outro, done, change the lyrics, that's a record. He's now writing his own music in the style. Did any of them get popular? I didn't hear about them. The only one I heard after this was the Smells Like Teen Spirit, and that's when that's after, between Bad, I don't remember anything from Weird Al up until whatever I can't even remember what the name of his Teen Spirit parody was.
You've done that, but you really tackled it on this album, Velvet Elvis, kind of Police.
Velvet Elvis, my Velvet Elvis.
The James Taylor.
And those were the good old days.
Interesting.
I can still remember.
And I loved how you started doing that. Where did that kind of come from? The idea to start really...
I bet he's going to say, I just got bored. Because you can only do it so often, right? It kind of proves the parody is easier than the original thought. Totes, yeah. And I reckon he's going to answer, I did that because I got bored doing the other stuff.
That in that style.
Just go back a bit.
Days, I can still remember.
And I loved how you started doing that. Where did that kind of come from? The idea to start really tackling that in that style?
I'm not sure. That was a kind of a gradual thing because, any original song is not purely original because you're always inspired by somebody.
Totally.
You know?
I said that. Yeah.
It's just how well you hide it.
Yeah,
So
it's
after
true.
a few albums, I started hiding it less, and I started deciding, wouldn't it be fun to like write a James Taylor song, or write whatever.
Beastie Boys, you kind of
and I would really make it a labor of love, because if I was going to really do a tribute to an artist like that, I didn't want to just dash it off like Another One Rides the Bus. I wanted to really, I would literally study their entire body of work.
UHF, Money for Nothing.
Money for nothing. Trouble with what he just said there is that it comes across, unless it's funny, I guess it's got to have a humor edge to it. Because if it's not funny, then it's going to come across as you're just copying them. You're just trying to clone them. Unless it's done with a humorous angel. Great link. Is this Hendrick's link, is it? Yeah. He's great for a political discussion and a good link here and there.
I got to ask you, because I love that Mark Knopfler. Tell me about that.
Oh, we got permission to do our parody of Money for Nothing, again, using the lyrics to the Beverly Hillbillies, and this is for my movie UHF.
Weird Al Yankovic in UHF, the movie.
We had done a version where my guitar player had played the guitar part on the track. And then we found out, I don't know exactly what came first, but at some point we got the message that we had permission to do the song only if Mark played guitar on it.
Oh, wow.
And it was sort of like,
what
only
the
if he
hell?
plays guitar? Well, yeah, I think
I don't know if we can do that.
I think we do that.
Oh my gosh.
And what was kind of ironic about it was, I mean, Mark did great and it's brilliant, but truthfully, my Jim West, my guitar player, his track actually sounds more like the record than Mark's does, because Mark was used to playing live and he'd gotten really loose on stage, and it kind of had a nice vibe to it. But Jim's version was more like the actual record.
Listen to my story.
Isn't that a weird request though from Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits? You can only use our song if I play on it. You already did play on the original though. That is a weird request. I don't know what I think about that. I feel like that's a dumb thing to say. Yeah.
Well, then you had to keep the title in it as a lawyer thing, right?
It was a weird thing. I don't know exactly what I wanted to call the song, but it was not Money for Nothing / Beverly Hillbillies * or whatever it wound up being. Yeah. That was something that was agreed to among all the lawyers for the songwriters, and I was not privy to that, nor did I want to be. Yeah. But that was what came down. I was
My badge has changed. Yeah, Dale, you've got the 3-month sub badge. You've got the moderator badge. You've got the all-time.
That's going to be weird.
All-time gifter badge. What? And VIP. Yeah, man. And by the way, those badges will appear in my chat overlay.
Whatever.
Well, UHF, I mean, it comes out in the magical summer of 1989 for box office. I mean, that was the greatest summer for movies. Everybody talks about was 84, 89.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't my choice to put it out in the dead of summer against all those other big movies. Yeah, it was disappointing because the movie tested really well. Orion Pictures did several test screenings, and it got scores as high as the original RoboCop, which for them was like a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
And they thought, okay, this is our big summer movie. I was bummed because, they kind of built me up as like their newest movie star. And I thought, from now on, I guess I'll just be doing soundtrack albums because I'll be so busy doing movies, you know? So after the first weekend, when I became a ghost in the studio, in the halls of Orion Pictures, that was a pretty hard and dramatic come down. And it took me a while to kind of get over that emotionally.
UHF, it's really cool though, because you don't have a sense of your own history until it happens, but it becomes a huge cult classic later on. And, years later, as many people are talking about it as some of the huge blockbusters and or more so. So UHF, it became this huge cult classic, but 3 years you go by without an album. And as I understand it, you were going to go to the well a third time with Michael Jackson. Tell us about that.
That was pure desperation.
Oh.
Like, please, can I have a career? So, every instinct told me that was a bad idea. And thankfully, Michael Jackson agreed. Michael Jackson just felt uncomfortable with me doing a black or white parody because that was sort of his big social statement.
Snack all night.
Yeah, so Snack All Night was a parody, which another food song. So it was not a good idea on many counts.
But he did it. I reckon he did it anyway, and we just never heard it.
I'm very glad that that never came to pass, because instead of doing that, it forced me to, think, okay, well, what's happening now? Like, this Nirvana band is doing pretty well. Oh, they'll never be a huge hit. So, and then they were, of course. I was able to get permission from Kurt. We were able to put it out, and it sort of revitalized my career. It, brought me back after the huge disappointment that was UHF.
Hulkamania 2024 came out.
You're a tough guy, like it really rough guy, just can't get enough guy, just always.
And then the new tour as well.
Yes, so we are touring the Bigger and Weirder tour.
Wow, there's a big gap there, dude. That was a big gap.
So we are.
That went from 1994 to 2026. Just a huge gap. What did you do in all those years, man? Lived off royalties.
Are touring the Bigger and Weirder tour, and one of the reasons it's bigger is because our band is literally twice as big for this tour. Instead of having me with 4 guys, then my original 4 band members, we're adding 4 more people. So it's
I would like him to do a bigger than big tour and just have a massive accordion that needs like 7 people to hold it up and like to push it in. It's just got this huge accordion.
It's a bigger band. And we're, unlike the vanity tours, we're back to playing the hits. We're doing the parodies. We're doing the full show, the costume changes and the props and the big screen.
It's rock and roll.
Like the old school multimedia extravaganzas of days gone by, bringing that back, making it bigger than ever.
Hey, make sure to leave us a comment about.
He's bringing sexy back. You know what I want to do, folks? I want to get myself a jack. Yep. And then we'll catch up with filthy travelers, Ryan and Kira. I'll be right back. All right. I cannot wait to see the Toothpick 2 in action. Me either, man. Hell yeah. Dalesky, estimated net worth 25, 35 mil. I reckon he's been enjoying life. Yeah, no need to put out a new record if you've got that much money in your stash. By the way, your surfboard looks more like tongue depressor than a toothpick. A tongue depressor? Interesting. I don't know what a tongue depressor is. Do you? How was that for a cut? I do not know. Do you? I know what Jack is, though. It's this Tennessee triple mash from the Jacques Daniel. You better get that checked out. Giggity up. Giggity up. Crack the Jack. Put that down there. Add some icicles. Taste a little bit on the roxes. Cheers. It's nice. What's that you say? Cock. Cheers, mate. I'm on water for the rest of the night. You're having a boozy one before Independence Day. Tomorrow, right? Still the 3rd of July for you right now. Folks, here is the channel we've been watching. Oh, by the way, this will be interesting to you guys. Next weekend, Zalian's going to be down here. Zalian of Filthy Panda channel. Baxter and him coming down to hang out. And I don't know, I'm pretty certain he'll be, I'm going to talk to him, but I'm pretty certain he'll come in. We'll have a chat. That'll be interesting, right? Yeah. I think then I'll talk to you about that if it happens. But yeah, anyway, it's already the 4th, 2:52 a.m. Okay, fair enough. Congrats to the Americans. Happy 4th of July. I thought it was the end. Filthy Travels, Kira and Ryan. The channel we've been watching, they're not posting much after 6 months ago. However, we are up to this episode, the van life in the Kimberley, our favorite free camps and swims. Cue the funky musics.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This week we're continuing on with the Gibb River Road. So we start off camping at Hahn Creek River Crossing and we make our way west to Broome, checking out all the amazing spots in between. Thank you guys so much for watching and we hope you enjoy this week's episode.
I hope we do too.
So we left our camp on the Gibb River after 4 days of just relaxing. Back on the Gibb.
Back on the Gibb.
Bumpy. We just pulled up at the Hahn River crossing.
Nice.
Maybe looking at making camp here tonight. Bit of water flowing through.
Dalesky, here's an area of us few people talk about, the Northwest. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Very remote. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Let's all uptalk filthily. Uptalk? You had to remind me? I'd already forgotten that she does that. You fucking had to remind me? Look at that water.
So we've ended up in this spot down the
Dude,
bottom
that
here.
looks rad.
This, Sand Hill might be a bit of a drama for us tomorrow, but that's tomorrow's problem. Yeah, really nice camp spot. All the others, there's a high one on the other side there. You sort of had to walk down to the river. It was full of caravans. But yeah, we're pretty happy with the spot. Found a bit of sun for the old girl and charged back up. I think we got down to 20% on the battery. So
have a swim, dude.
That was the last 4 days of being in the shade. Haven't really been getting too much sun on it, so good chance for it to replenish. Kira's off for a stroll. And I'm gonna just chill out here.
Oh, they got a floaty. Cool. How clean is the water again? The Gibb River. Gibbs a minute on the Gibbs River. Gibbs a river.
Gonna do a lamb roast for dinner tonight. So
Of course
I've
you
just
are.
chucked it in the camp oven with some olive oil, salt, pepper and garlic powder.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna go chuck it next to the fire while we wait for some nice coals.
I got some nice coals there now, so just gonna chuck some of them
Dude,
on top of the pot.
you said it right, Dale. These two people eat better than most people do at their homes. I mean, I'll just say it. It makes it doesn't make it difficult. It makes it more tricky. No. How do I word this and not come across as an arrogant cunt? If you put that much effort into eating, I can't say it. I can't do it. I'm trying to say, for me, going out road tripping and IRL streaming and camping and all that, it's not about eating so well. I'm happy to forego the good food to have the experience of being in a rad place. But these two seem to really need, or at least prioritize quite highly, the idea of having good food and being out there. Why not both? I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's a fair comment, because we do have fridges and freezers in our vans now and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because it's not so high on my priority list, but it obviously can be, and it is on other people. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm learning from it, because like I literally put on my list of things to get for Govan garlic powder, because I want to do you're going to see me doing this stuff that they're doing because I'm learning from them. So yeah, I see. Yeah, I'll shut up because I'm wrong. Just know that I'm wrong. You had Marty to play chef. Exactly. Yeah, totes. Marty did all the cooking. I did all the cleaning. Yeah, that's dead right, and that worked pretty well. And I'm happy to take up that mantle on this next trip and sort of fill that role. But yeah, you're right. Marty did it all.
There we go. We've got some roast lamb and Ryan's made some gravy and potatoes.
That looks so rad though.
Well, it's time we say goodbye to this beautiful camp spot. Heading to Manning Gorge today. That's only if we can get up this big sandy bit of hill here.
So why do you reckon they're worried about that sandy hill? So they can drop the PSI right down to 15 or something, and then they could just put it in four-wheel drive and easily get up that, I'd imagine, even with a bit of speed up it. I wonder.
Just warming the car up now, and we'll give it a go. Try and get out of here.
See? Yeah, drop the PSI, give it a bit of stick. Yeah, you got that.
I just filled up at Mount Barnett, waiting in line for the water now. It's a fairly long line.
I'm sure that lamb roast lasted a few days.
See.
That's my plan too, Hendrik, to cook once like that and then, eat the leftovers constantly. Yeah.
But we got some hot chippies to pass our time by.
And by the way, we're watching like a week's worth of content edited down to a short video, but by the one frame before was them eating a fucking lamb roast. The next fucking scene, they're hoeing down in their vehicle to chips. Hot chip takeaway. Oh my God.
As you can see, but we got some hot chippies to pass our time by. And we're going to check out Mount Barnett, all it has to offer. And after about half an hour, we've almost made the line for the water.
That's just to get water. Wow. Holy shit.
And we finally made it to the watering hole. Almost ready.
Wow.
We're at Manning Gorge. Can do the walk, 5k walk. Started off with a swim, which is quite nice. Haven't seen that before.
Kentucky fucking duck
The cool thing
chippies.
about this place, so they give you
Whoa, man. How come the water is so clear in all these places? It looks so nice.
little canoes to put your gear in as you cross the river. Don't have much in our bucket, but we'll get there.
Wow.
I made it to the other side. That's quite an experience. Yeah, to do this walk.
Interesting way to start a walk with a swim. I ordered some sofrito sauce for the next time I barbecue chicken. Sofrito. I don't even know what that is, dude. Sounds good though. Look at that
beautiful.
water. Wow. Australia. It's a Latin sauce / marinade. Okay. Australia's pretty fucking magnificent, isn't it, really? How come no one's there swimming, though?
Just found a nice rock for us.
Are there crocs there or something? No. Lovely, yeah, Dale. This is. I'm inspired. I'm stoked and I'm G'd up from watching this. Like I'm definitely, well, don't quote me on this, but I'm going north and I've got no real. Last time I had a fucking itinerary and we had a tour book and everything. This time I'm just going for it. And I don't know what I'm going to see, where I'm going to go, when I'm going to get there, but you guys are all coming with me. By the way, I'm not just saying this because whatever, but I took, let me show you this, man. Let me show you this. I'll show you two things here. I'm going to show you a screenshot. How am I going to show you? I'm going to pull this over. So I often get emails from Starlink saying you've referred someone to Starlink, as you know, and I wanted to get 12 months of Starlink referrals to get a free year of Starlink. Well, I got two screenshots to show you. The first one I took on the 27th of last month, so about a week ago. Let me just get these in order. This will blow your tits off. It blew my tits off. So I get these emails overnight. You've referred someone to Starlink. What I didn't know is that they bank them. So like I could get an email that says you referred someone to Starlink, and then you'll go to the referrals and it will actually be 3 or 4 people. And so the last time I took a screenshot of this on the 27th, this is my usage. I've referred 33 users and I have 19 months of credit. So well over a year, right? 19 months of service credit. So I'm not paying for Starlink for 19 months. And then I get an email overnight saying you've referred someone else. It wasn't one person. Check this out. Check this out. That's the one, 33 and 19. Then the next one comes in. You've referred 36 users and you now have 22 months of service credit. And that was on the 7th. Perfect. It's a great time to say that. Sorry, on the 3rd of the 7th. So yesterday. So it's gone up from 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 22. So I got, basically, I'm not paying for Starlink. And if this is the way that this is rolling, this will keep going up. People are using my referral. And why would you not? Because you get a free month. It gives you a free month and it gives me a free month. Yeah, congrats. Thanks, Dale. Yeah. Well done. Yeah, dude. I'm like, to be frank, this was the big part of the pitch to the H3 podcast, that they would cover my Starlink internet. now I'm getting it for free because of referrals. So let's go road tripping, man. 22 months of free service, dude. I'm not paying for the. I'll keep an eye on that and we'll keep talking about it. But 22 months, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. By the way, I got to take a quick slash. I don't want to miss anything of this. So I'm going to rewind it a bit. I'll take a slash and I'll be listening, but I won't be here. Where am I? Here.
Bloody beautiful. Just found a nice rock for us.
Dale, petrol costs are down. Petrol cost is down. It might go back up, but right now, I should be going now, but I'm not ready for it. But petrol is down. It's great. You want to see the geology. So I will say this, dude. This time around, because I'm not so structured and I don't have such a rigid tour plan, I will go where you guys want and I will investigate shit. If you say, there's opals over there, I will go and do it, dude. We had to get somewhere in terms of timing for Marty and this and that. And I know it was a bit dumb, but yeah. So this time around, I'm going to be more flexible to do anything, to do whatever. Not anything, whatever. Petrol taxi's back. Opal, opal, opal. Oi, oi, oi. I'm not saying we're going to go back to Cuba Petey, but I'm really excited to do this, though. Really excited.
It's time to start heading back now. 2.5 Ks and we'll be back at the car.
It's a van.
Magical spot.
At the car?
Really enjoyed it. Water's nice, not too cold. Fair amount of people here, but there's plenty of space for everyone, so it's nice. No one's tripping over each other. And yeah, all in all, great place. Kira's found some sand. She loves sand.
Kira's getting a little bit more open. She's getting out there in a bikini. In the first few episodes, she wouldn't be in a bikini. She's going for it. I'd fill those jerry cans. Dude, I got to work that out, actually. Now I got 2 solar panels on the roof of GoVan. I don't really have space for jerry cans. I'll have to work that shit out.
It's a nice spot, actually. Can we chill out here for the rest of the afternoon?
Let's live there. Build a house.
No, we'll head back to the car, go try and find a nice camp spot. This is magical, but
it is.
Bloody hard to say goodbye to this place. Incredible. And we're back to the ferry. Beautiful spot, this one.
Look at those lilies, man.
Bon voyage. That's so good.
That was bloody beautiful. I really liked that one. Good walk.
Something different to start with a swim at the start.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Look how dirty their windshield is.
Rocks to jump off, so
yeah.
Those are froggy party pads.
I liked that a lot.
Well done.
That's probably my favourite one actually on the Gibbs so far.
Oh, nice.
We didn't do Mount Elizabeth today. We kind of skipped that.
Yeah, we did.
So.
Well, time to go.
So we are going to get ice cream, right?
Oh my God.
We're getting ice cream and your sticker.
We are going to get ice cream, right?
My sticker. We're back at the homestead and no one's lined up for water or fuel. So maybe we should have gone in the RV to get water and fuel, but I did get
Calippo.
ice cream thing.
Haven't had a Calippo in years.
Thanks, Kira. Now we're off to make camp. Here we go.
Given that these guys haven't uploaded in 6 months, I wonder if they had a breakup. I mean, I don't know why I wonder that. I just assume because my relationships always end up in shit. I'm assuming theirs does. Might not have though. They could still be together. They might not be traveling. I want to mow the lawn and go. I want to find out where these guys live and go and stalk them. No, that came across wrong. I don't mean that. I just mean that they drive a Delica. I first encountered them on the Delica forum Facebook groups. They seem pretty cool. They haven't uploaded in 6 months though. That's the concern.
Actually going to check out a gorge.
She's not my type. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying it for that. I'm just saying from a viewer's point of view. They seem pretty rad. They seem like they got a great relationship, but I just wonder what's happened. Stop projecting your past onto your future. Break the pattern. Yeah. I'm tired and I'm a little tipsy, but fuck all women. I'm gay. Give me that throbbing hard cock. Huh? This one. Imagine that's how I turned though. Like, could you imagine if that's how I went after that? Like, fuck all women. That would be so. It's not like that, dude. But some people do take that avenue. They're like, fuck all women from now on in because of one bad thing. I know that that's not how it works, but.
So we're here
my planned visit to Aussie's now
gorge.
cancelled. Dude, get your sweet cans over here. Come on this road trip with me and we'll end our friendship like me and Marty. Actually, don't do that.
I'm going to check out the walk.
I got a great sales pitch. You want to come on a road trip with GivesAMinute? He's got a great van. It's all set up, ready to go, and you'll be having a great time. The catch is it will end your friendship, but it'll be a fun time up until then. Come on down.
Late in the afternoon, not too many cars around.
And you
Don't
know
do that again.
You know the beautiful thing about it? It'll all be live streamed, so you'll be able to go and watch it back later on and say, that's the point when he became a fuckwit. Right there. Right there. At least there'll be annals of archives. Dude, I did say it. At least there'll be the archives there for people to, we could go back. Let's not.
And we've made it. What a spot.
Do you know what though? Just now that we get a little tipsy, by the way, I got to wrap this up in 20 minutes because I'm going out with the family for dinner. But if I could, and I recognize this in me, if I could put the same amount of, I want to say care and attention. So when I find something that I want to pursue, such as IRL streaming, streaming from Steve Van, when I find something that I really want to.
I'm not like some madman.
Well, I am some madman. When I find that thing, I focus on it and I give all my attention to it. If I could reflect on days gone by, I should put the same amount of care and detail into the relationship side of things. Because when I've got a relationship, which before the most recent one, haven't been down that road in a long, long while, like 10 years, over 10 years. But when I do have it, and this has come from therapy, the message is clear. I should put myself into the position or into the situation and give it the value it deserves. Kind of. That's not so true. In the last one, it's not so true. But anyway. I'm not commenting on this on a live stream. Yeah, but I hear. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, my bad.
Wow, look at that.
What? Oh, it's rock art. That's graffiti, man. That's graffiti. But yeah, fuck all women. Layers of strata.
Alright, so that's done for the falls on the gorge. Back to the car, and this time we're going to go try and find a camp spot. Wish us luck. They say the early bird gets the worm. What about the late bird? Might find somewhere small and cute. So we just pulled up where we're going to camp tonight, and it's being closed off. So that's no good.
What? Just go around it, dude. Go around it. You got a four-wheel drive. Just go around it. The late bird gets fuck all. Yeah, yeah.
Pulled up where we're going to camp tonight, and it's being closed off.
Go around
So
it,
that's
you
no
dickhead.
good, but
They did.
Luckily, we got backups. We're going to check out this other spot.
Front downs. They got a backup.
So this is us.
Fuck yeah, the
Pulled up
Delica.
at a little campsite.
Isn't that like, I mean, I'm not just saying it because I own one, but isn't it a fucking rad looking vehicle? Like as far as like off-road four-wheel drive vans, the Delica, it's a bit small, but it's so fucking rad looking. I love mine.
So this is us. Just pulled up in a little campsite. Just down the road from Attic Gorge.
Some of my upcoming medical attention is psychiatric.
But
Hendrik, that'll help, dude.
Swimming in it.
I hope that helps. Honestly, mate, at first I thought the Delica was goofy looking. Fair. Okay. Interesting. In what regard? In because it's to size? Oh, but your opinion has changed. Okay.
A creek nonetheless.
Go swimming in there.
Nice.
Of course you would not.
Just the road up there. Oh yeah, quite happy with the spot.
I do like these spots they find.
Morning.
Morning.
On our way into Attic Gorge. It's a little bit bumpy.
I want to see the arguments.
7 k's from the campsite we stayed at last night.
Is that wrong that I want to see them argue? I don't like how rosy this is. Like it can't all be rose tinted. There's got to be some shit.
Nice and close.
And yeah, nice short walk, I think. So it's hot already. It's only 9 a.m. and it's pretty warm. So keen for a swim.
Looks like we've got a water crossing straight up. Which is nice. I think we're in the all-terrain Crocs. I think it's the same river we camped next to last night.
The Gib?
More downstream.
Benno, not to annoy you, but my girlfriend and I are nearing on 6 years. Oh shit, what? Really? I thought you're not one argument. I thought you were in a new-ish relationship. 6 years puts it before COVID. Wait, really? You've been in that same... I thought you were in a brand newish relationship. And fuck you for not having one argument. Have an argument about not having an argument. There's a good start. I've always found Delica's drivers to be bad drivers, but that was 12 years ago. Oh, I'm a pretty good driver. You think many things, bro. You think many things, bro. Was that your best Kiwi, bro? I woke up this morning in a Kiwi. That was a funny quote from our trip. I woke up in a Kiwi. In a Kiwi. That's a bit sexual.
Noisy.
Yeah, flaming galah. Dragons. Dude, I'm looking forward to having the Mission 1 Pro as my vlogging camera on my next road trip, using the video GoPro microphone, Rode MIDI, these things. I couldn't say the correct word, but I'm going to use these mics on the GoPro Mission 1 Pro. No need to get that DJI Osmo if I'm taking a GoPro. Hell no, I got 2 GoPros coming. We're going to see the best of Australia, mate. I'm stoked. I'm psyched. I'm pumped. I want to use the GoPro and go road tripping. This is incredible, dude. This is as good. Wow, there's a cave there. This is as good as the places Marty and I went to. Oh, no shit. Big ass green tree frog. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Back that up 30 seconds. Dude, wait till you see this big ass tree frog just sitting in the chills. Oh, dude, I would love to be there. I'm going to see that shit. Love it. That's awesome, dude. There's a tree frog just in here. Yes, man. That's it? You just took a shot of it? Go and talk to it. Chill with it, man. Big tree frog. I'm so into frogs. There's no one there too. They're all alone.
Back from our walk. It's a perfect way to start the day.
God, the ultimate architect.
And now we're going to go try and find camp. Nice and early, I think. Kira's got a bit of work to do. I've got a bit of relaxing to do. It's all happening now.
Kira's got to edit the video, right? I think Kira does all the edits. No human needed. Creation is amazing.
Here we are in our camp spot.
They've got the awning up.
Marchfly Glen, it's called. It's a free camp.
There's Starlink sitting right there.
Set up here. Beautiful ranges in the background. Getting pretty chockers, this place.
Chockers means full.
There's camper trailers all down there. Caravans everywhere.
Getting pretty chockers, mate.
Found a nice spot in here. Nestled away from everyone. There is a toilet there.
That means there's cunts everywhere.
Kira's got the office set up inside.
I didn't know there was a toilet here.
Oh, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I told you to go before.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, should be good.
I'll take a big shit.
I'm going to do steaks for dinner tonight. Pretty keen for that. I haven't had a steak in a while.
Big fat steaks.
Yeah. Lovely.
Tonight we're going to slaughter an entire cow and cut off some big sirloins. Wow, look at that. What a moo. What a moo. Landscape, dude. I'm definitely buying that drone, by the way. Definitely buying that drone. I'll take a slash. I'll let it roll, but I got to take a slash.
Steak for dinner tonight. You're just doing a couple of potatoes for us. And we'll get some coals going on this fire. And then we'll cook it on the plate. Flame grilled steaks. Can't beat that. And dinner's done. Good morning. Heading to Bell Gorge this morning. Stayed at Marchfly Glen last night, which was pretty nice. No marsh flies, which is perfect. Yeah, so we're going to go back down the range and head to Bell Gorge.
I'll put a drone link in your Discord. I'll check it. They eat like kings. They do, don't they? It's crazy, dude.
Hey, we're at the start.
Nice bikini.
It's 1.5.
Just noticed it.
About 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's pretty much midday. Perfect time to start trails.
Bit slothful. I wonder where the dollars from this comes. Well, I don't know these people at all, but I assume that they just saved up to do a road trip, kind of like what I've done. They never mention sponsors. There's no sponsors here. They're purely making this content for their own satisfaction, which is what I do, right? Like, no sponsors. I tried with that, but I've been saving since then. I've been saving. I'm financially, I'm good to go, and these guys would be the same. Lizzie.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at that. The water's falling. Gravity, mate. So rad. So beautiful, dude. I gotta say it. I feel like the places that they're going might rival where Marty and I went. This looks way nicer. I've fallen in love with Northwestern Australia. Fuck yeah. Me too. Bearded Dragon. I'm going to create daily content from my trip. Obviously not published on the time, but at the time. Dude. And two days per spot. Stair step waterfall. Yeah, it did look like that, didn't it? Yeah, look at that, dude. Fantail. Wow. This is my country, man. I've got to go there. I've got to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic swim. Gonna head back to the car now. Here is hungry, so we need to get that sorted. You are going to Belgrove. There's also the option to camp as well. It is a national park, so you'll have to pay, but it does seem like a pretty nice place. Got the facilities over there, just drop toilets, and so they got water as well, which is nice. We're going to check out Leonard Gorge, but the road's closed, so I have to keep tracking.
Uh-oh. Leonard doesn't get a view?
So I pulled up and made camp along the May River.
Look at that shit. Mave River?
Quiet spot.
Did you say Mave?
Gonna be nice.
The Mave
Might stay
River.
a couple of nights, we'll see. A few little creeks around.
I just got to go back. Did he say Mave River?
See? Secluded. Gonna be nice.
Wait, sorry, my bad.
So I pulled up and made camp along the May River.
No, May. My bad.
Quiet spot, pretty secluded.
Yeah.
Gonna be nice.
Dalesky, why the hell do so many idiots watch hours of gaming?
A few little creeks
They could watch
around.
this. Yeah, I don't know, gaming.
Oh, they're going for a swim. I don't know how many crocodiles are here. Might let Kira going first, I think.
Yeah, true.
Water looks nice.
Crocodiles.
Should be a good sunset too.
Boring. Fully. Yeah, gaming. I don't know. I just
Big open area up here. Just come down this little hill.
camp down there,
Pulled up
dude.
and at the same time, another person pulled up. I went straight down
spewing.
here to get the spot. So they've since moved on.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully they've found somewhere nice.
What? Imagine finding that spot, dude. I'll be pulling up there. I'll be like, I'm staying here for 2 days minimum. Full sun, full sky. Put the drone up, find out where the crocodiles are. Hell yeah. I'm so pumped for my trip, man. That's a beautiful spot. Wow. Sunset over Australia. Fuck yes. Approximate dates for your trip? Well, September, October. I guess at the beginning of September.
Some shocking
But
news.
basically, my birthday is the end of August, and we do a tradition here where we have a campfire on the headland. Once that's done, I'm going to be looking to just bail after that. So September, October. I've locked off all of both those months to do this. So that's 8 weeks, but more than likely I'll probably just keep going. Like I don't have to come back at any time frame. Yeah.
Lost the bottom bolt.
What?
Shock absorber.
Oh shit!
In front.
I know that spot. That came
That was
out.
fun. Been a good day.
Uh oh.
Just chilling by the water. Kira's got some work done. Fire is started. I'm gonna cook.
I may be able to meet you. Anyone's welcome to come and meet me. Anyone's welcome.
It's been awesome. A bit windy, but luckily we've got the rocks holding the awning down.
Rocks holding the awning down.
Started.
Know that feel.
Not too much to do to this one. It's already seasoned with paprika and garlic.
Beef
so
roast.
Just gonna chuck it in there and maybe leave it out
Love
in the
it
sun
in.
for a bit and
Fuck
let it
yeah.
heat up.
These guys are cool, man.
Alright, so just chuck a couple of nuggets of coal on there now.
I kind of want to meet up with them.
Close to the fire.
They're in Queensland, right?
About 10 minutes.
Their license plate?
Just gonna chuck the trusty thermometer.
Actually, that's a good question. Have we seen their license plate on their vehicle? Are they? I think they're Queensland, right?
I forgot to do it. And we chucked it on.
I might be free early September. I'm coming your way, and Hendrik, I'm coming to your place to give you the drone anyway. So
Perfect.
I'll just drop it at your doorstep if I have to. They seem cool as. They will be cool to hang out with for sure.
Mama's saying she's good to go. It's medium rare at the moment. Got some potatoes on there.
And I could learn some tricks from them for sure.
Not bad. Might chuck a few hot coals on it just to get that nice crisp. Oh, that's nice. Ooh.
He did lose points when he didn't go and investigate that
was
tree
good.
frog, though. In my mind.
And voila.
They make up for it.
Take it to the princess.
They make up for it with their cooking, though.
Alright, so we're off. Had a nice couple of days here. Gonna head to Derby today. Running low on fuel, so we'll see if we make it. Didn't plan our fuel stops too well.
Not everyone's obsessed with frogs.
We could have just nailed it. We'll
They
find
should
out.
be.
Yeah, it's been amazing here. Really enjoyed it. Nice couple of days lay down. But yeah, time to get to the coast, see what it's about.
Yay, I'm excited to get to Broome.
To Broome.
Cleanest city in Australia.
Coastal.
The Gib is done. We defeated it. A couple of casualties, but we made it there. Thanks so much for following. See you next week.
Yeah, nice. So they wind up in Broome, folks, which is the western coast of Australia, the west coast of Australia, top northwestern Western Australia. I've been up there. Well, I've been as far as Carnarvon, not quite Broome. What is it now? It's after. I got a split because we're having dinner as a family. But get the fuck away from me, you damn beach ape. These frogs think you. Anyway, frogs are rad. They start off as a little tadpole. They swim around. They grow legs, back legs. They grow front legs. Then they lose their tail. Then they come out of the water. They live in the trees, man. Frogs are insane. They start off in this little thing, a little sack with a black dot in it, and they grow up and they get a little bit of and they become a tadpole. They eat like spinach and shit. They just forage. Then they grow these legs. They keep getting legs. They get their front. They go. Frogs are so cool, dude. And then they get up to be this big. This green tree frog that they saw in that thing, just sitting there, it's like, I'm just a frog, big, fat, just so rad. I'm loving it, dude. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me on this stream. I appreciate all of you. Condolences to the Australians for losing the World Cup. It's not how it works, but they're out. Next 4 years, 2032, next time Australia gets a chance. I'd encourage you all to continue watching because the sport is fun at this level. The World Cup the football at the World Cup stage level is very exciting. And we're now in that knockout phase where every game counts and it's narrowing the teams down. So it's getting into the nitty gritty. I'd encourage you to watch it. Just support your locals and get on the bandwagon like I do every 4 years. And don't be upset to acknowledge that you are a bandwagon fan because ultimately there's nothing wrong with that. You can be bandwagon. But either way, thanks for hanging out with me on the stream. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I am hanging out with you tomorrow, hoping to get a surf in beforehand, and then I'll be back here. And then I'm working Monday, but we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. In the meantime, though, just remember, all girls are fucked. All women, all relationships, they suck. I'm just kidding. I'm being silly. It's a throwback. It's a throwback. I don't believe that.
But as the side
Not all
faded,
girls.
had to find my way. Now I'm hopping
Tasmanian girls, though, they're all fucked. I'm kidding.
got my crew behind me, yeah, we call
I'm
them
kidding.
neighbours. Chilling IRL, catching all the rivers.
I'm joking.
Farkle in the chat,
You know I'm joking,
lost to
right?
the grind. Talking pretty
And don't forget to
games while sipping
farkle in the
Jack
chat.
Fine.
I'll pour myself another Jack while you farkle. Yeah. To the hell, to the hell, to the yeah. See you later. Happy Independence Day, 4th of July. Whoop, 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 whoop. USA!
New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night.